So my name's Paul Dobson. I've been working here at Battersea now for the last year and a half. Before working here I was working in a small animal practice in Reading. I was there for 4 years, and prior to that I was at Bristol University Vet School. Going through university I was always keen to work in the charity sector. Jobs don't tend to come up that often, so after university I ended up going into general practice to start with. And certainly when the opportunity came to take the job at Battersea, I leapt at it. You had the chance to do it. It was a very rewarding job all round, really. Well, an average day for myself would be in the mornings where we operate in theatre, primarily neutering operations, so it's a reasonable amount of variety, maybe some lump removals or some dental work or some x-rays, do quite a lot of variety. That takes us up until about lunchtime, and thereafter initially I see a few consultations. We run an outpatient service at Battersea whereby anyone who rehomes a dog or cat from us for the first 3 months they've got them, they can come back and see us free of charge for any follow-up treatment for any problems the animals had whilst they were in our care. So we see some appointments in the first part of the afternoon, and then subsequently for the rest of the afternoon I'm kind of juggling examining animals out and about in the home who are perhaps on medications for various things, examining new dogs and cats once they've arrived in the home, give them a good once over, make sure there's no issues we need to be looking into, and maybe having a chat to people who are interested in rehoming some animals where there's maybe some medical information they need to be aware of. So juggling those things in the afternoon. We see a lot of animals who come in with skin disease perhaps, or who are malnourished, and of course they need some, on occasions, quite intensive treatment. There are the occasional more unusual cases. We've got a young puppy in at the moment who's got a deformity to the skull, and we've had to remove her eye. That was quite rare, that's quite interesting. We've got a cat also in the home at the moment who had developed an unusual lesion in their eye, and that needs to be removed as well. So those are some of the more unusual things we see. Nutrition, I think, is a massive part of how we need to look after the animals here, and it comes in many different forms, really. We've got those obvious cases that do come in malnourished to start with, which of course we need to give them a helping hand to get their condition up. And through the journeys animal throughout the home, nutrition plays a massive role. I think from our side of things within the clinic, one of the most important things is trying to aid the development of the immune system. See, with a lot of animals on site, it is a very stressful environment for an animal to live in. Infection control is something we worry a lot about and we need to stay on top of, and nutrition plays a massive role in doing that. If we have animals who remain malnourished in the home, their immune system is not going to be capable of fighting off some of the pretty nasty infections which can be life-threatening at worst. But of course through many other more straightforward things as well, improving coat and skin quality, all-round health and growth of the young animals on site. So I think it plays a massive role all round, really.